Welcome to the show, Dr. Duffy. Now, you're a psychologist, and what do you have to say about what happened with Leah?
Well, thank you for having me. What Leah went through, a lot of people go through. So when we hear catfishing, and there's been a lot of talk about it in the last 5 or 6 years, we make this presumption that, oh, the victim is somebody who's naive, who has no idea what's going on, right? Is deeply emotionally needy. But you hear from Leah's story, that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes the person doing the catfishing is just exceptionally clever, bordering on sociopathic a lot of the times.
What does that mean for that word that people are like, okay, what does sociopathic mean?
Yeah. So it really means kind of being willing to press against social mores and norms and do something that is well beyond what most of us would be willing to do. Like most of us, when you listen to Leah's story, you listen about this man,
like,
most of us would think, oh, I would never do anything like that. Not that we don't misrepresent each other in little ways in relationships, especially early on. We present the best of ourselves.
I'm always a little taller on my ID.
There you go, like that, right? But it's not. It doesn't go so far as to wholly misrepresent everything about yourself in order to manipulate and hurt.
So if you are that person and you're having these power issues and you find yourself maybe being a sociopath, what do you do?
So my bias is seek out somebody who does something like what I do. Learn about yourself. Find out what drives this in me. You know, why am I drawn toward this type of destructive behavior that in the end will ruin not just somebody else's life, but mine as well.
And the people that have been catfished, what do you say to them? How do they move forward?
Yeah, it's so tough because your sense of trust and safety and financial security is so wildly violated that really the way to move forward is cautiously and to really pay attention to that voice. Leah talked about it a little bit, that voice in your head that says, this doesn't sit quite right with me, so I'm gonna pause here. Even if it means I'm not gonna get out of this relationship altogether, at the very least I'm gonna pause here and consider what I'm doing. And does this make sense? You know, does the pace of it make sense? Does the story make sense?
Right.
And give yourself the gift of the pause.
Love that.